Hello students, we have done two separations. One was separation of water and oil or the immiscible liquids, and the second ink. And now we are proceeding further for the separation of ammonium chloride and salt. Separation of ammonium chloride and salt. Students, this separation is done by sublimation. The process, firstly, you have to remember, sublimation is the process by which we can separate ammonium chloride and salt. Similarly, suppose if I am taking camphor and salt, we can again use sublimation process for it. Okay, how this process can be done? Here in this mixture, students, ammonium chloride and salt, ammonium chloride is highly volatile. That means have tendency to get sublime. That means from solid form, it directly changes into gaseous form. Okay, this ammonium chloride and salt, which we use daily, common salt, table salt, NaCl, that is non-volatile in nature. So what will be the principle of this separation? That volatile difference is present in between the component. Volatility difference we call. Here everything I have written. Firstly, I am taking one diagram here in that how to separate this ammonium chloride and salt. So firstly, a china dish is taken. In the china dish, mixture of ammonium chloride and salt, NH4Cl is ammonium chloride and salt is taken in a china dish, and that china dish is heated over a burner, and this china dish is covered by inverted funnel. Funnel को उल्टा रखा हुआ है मैंने, आप देख रहे हो, and its opening is plugged by cotton plug. Cotton wool is taken to close this opening here of the funnel. As this ammonium chloride and salt mixture is heated, since ammonium chloride have tendency to show sublimation, so from solid state directly it get converted into gaseous form. That gases rises up. Gases usually goes up, students. Gases rises up, and as that gases reaches the cooler walls of the funnel, they again solidify. Okay, conversion of gas into solid. That is also called sublimation. Conversion of these gaseous ammonium chloride back into solid form, and that solid get deposited on the walls of the funnel. And in this way, the two components can be removed. The salt, which is non-volatile, remain in the china dish only, while the ammonium chloride, which shows sublimation, get evaporated, get converted into gaseous form and get collected, deposited on the cooler walls of the funnel. Okay students, here I have written that mixture is heated strongly. It shows sublimation, it sublimes, NH4Cl start converting into gaseous form. Ammonium chloride start converting into gaseous form. It sublimes and forms vapors which rises up and reaches the cooler walls of the funnel, and that when cooled down forms solid and settle down on the upper walls of funnel. Okay students, in this way sublimation is the process of separating ammonium chloride and salt. Here I have shown this conversion here. Solid on heated forms vapors or gaseous form, and that vapors when cooled down again form solid. It solidifies. Both of the processes are called sublimation. So what is the principle of this separation? This separation is based on volatility difference. One component is volatile, other is not. I think you are knowing the meaning of volatile. Volatile meaning anything which can convert into gaseous form. So here this ammonium chloride is converting into gaseous form, thus it is volatile. But NaCl is not converting into vapor form, converting into gaseous form. Thus, NaCl or the salt is non-volatile. It will be left behind in the china dish. Some more examples we can take which can be separated by this process of sublimation are camphor and salt, नेफ्थलीन एंड सॉल्ट. कैम्फर मीनिंग स्टूडेंट्स कपूर. घर में जो हम पूजा में यूज करते हैं कपूर, हम उसको अगर ओपन में रख दें एयर में तो अपने आप वो छोटा होता जाता है और खत्म हो जाता है. दैट मीन्स कैम्फर shows volatile nature. It sublimes. Naphthalene balls. Naphthalene balls, students, you have seen in the woolen clothes. When after winters we keep our winter wears, we keep moth balls or the naphthalene balls. And next year when we again open that woolen clothes, the size of naphthalene balls get highly reduced. So what is happening? It is getting sublime. It shows sublimation. So sublimation is a process by which we can separate a volatile substance from a non-volatile substance. Second now I am taking is the dye in black ink a single color? I told you friends, all the dyes, either they are black, blue or any color, they are all dyes actually. So here the question is the dye in black ink, is the chemical in the black ink a single color? You will say yes, but I am saying no. That black color is containing many other colors into it. It is very strange, but we can prove this. Suppose here, that's why I am taking that black ink in a black sketch pen is not a single component. It is a mixture of many components. Many colors are there in that black colored dye. How to separate that all components? So here students, firstly I am telling you, when many colors get mixed together, they can be separated by the process called chromatography. Chromatography. Chroma meaning color and graphy meaning separation. Separation of colored component. The process is called chromatography. Okay students, here for the separation of these colored component, mixture of inks we can take blue, black, blue, green or red ink we can mix together, and if we want to separate, we can easily separate that mixture of ink by using a process called chromatography. Okay students, so here how it is performed. A filter paper strip is taken. Filter paper strip. Usually chromatography is performed on a filter paper having reduced pore size. Normal filter paper is having bigger pore size. Pores का जो साइज होता है वो बड़ा होता है नॉर्मल फिल्टर पेपर में, पर हम जिसमें क्रोमेटोग्राफी कराते हैं पोर साइज इज हाईली रिड्यूस्ड, बहुत छोटा होता है पोर का साइज. So this filter paper strip is taken and from the bottom 3 centimeter away a line is drawn by a pencil. पेंसिल से हम एक लाइन खींचते हैं 3 centimeter away from the bottom and we mark a point over that line by pencil only. Then we are putting black colored ink by the sketch pen. As we are separating the colors of the black ink, no? So we are putting a black mark, black spot on this strip of filter paper. Now after that, this filter paper strip is suspended, is taken in a gas jar. This is a gas jar made up of glass, suspended in this gas jar having some water in it. Here we can take alcohol, here we can take acetone also, keeping in mind that this drop, that there's a spot of black colored ink should not get immersed into water. It should be above, slightly above from this water level. Here we are taking this much of water only, students. इतना पानी है, ड्रॉप उससे ऊपर है, डूबा हुआ नहीं है. We cover that gas jar by a glass lid, and then we allow this whole procedure to stand undisturbed for some time. We will observe that this water start rising up on the filter paper. As it comes to this spot of ink, again it rises further, taking that ink also with it. After some time you will able to observe different colored bands on this strip of filter paper. That is proving that this black ink is containing many colors into it. On this procedure, that colors are separating out. How will we get these different bands on the chromatography paper or the filter paper? कैसे मिलते हैं? What decides that which color will be on the top and which color will be on the bottom? So here I have written, students, some notes over this chromatography. Any ink is prepared by mixing it in water, as we separated water from the ink in the first separation method. Water acts like solvent. As we evaporated it, all the water get evaporated, leaving behind the ink. But here we are talking about the black colored ink, which is not a single color. It contains many colors in it. As the paper is dipped in water, water rises up. We are putting this spot by black ink and we are suspending that paper in the water. Water start rising up and take all the constituents of black ink with it. Remember, students, whichever color is having maximum solubility in water rises up readily with water, and that's why that particular constituent will be obtained on the top, and in this way different colors get separated because each of the color is having different solubility in water. So whichever is having maximum solubility will be on the top with water. Okay, here one more thing I am telling you, students. This chromatography is actually derived from a Greek word chroma, which also means color. Here I have given you the concept that chroma meaning color. Actually, this chroma is an English word and it is derived from Kroma, which is Greek word. Chroma, color, graphy, separation. So what is the principle here, students, of chromatography? We have to do principle as well as we have to do application of each separation method. So what is the principle? Those solute are separated which dissolves in the same solvent. Here we have taken different colored ink and all the ink are soluble in water. So those solutes are separated which dissolves in the same solvent. हर solute यहाँ पानी में dissolve हो रहा है, पर कोई कम कोई ज़्यादा, ठीक है, but they are all getting soluble in water. What is the application of this chromatography? We can separate the colors of dyes. We can separate pigments from natural colors. Students, as you observe that leaf is green in color, but when you take extract of that of the leaf, पत्तियों का extract आप निकालेंगे वो भी आपको green दिखेगा, but when we take a spot of that green extract on a chromatography paper and perform this chromatography process, you will observe that different colors will be seen in that extract, like yellow, like orange. So we can separate pigments from natural colors, and also we can separate drugs from the blood. This method you will do in higher classes, students, but you can able to understand that different colored components in a mixture can be separated by the process chromatography. Okay, at home also we can do, if we have that filter paper, if we mix different colors like blue color, red color, green color, and if we want to separate them, we can separate it by this method only. Or we all have black sketch pens at home, we can separate the constituents of that black ink. So for today, students, this much is there. Do these two processes nicely, and if you have any difficulty, you can ask me. Thank you, students.